Welcome back to our channel.
Today's vinyasa flow is about self-acceptance and love.
And remember, everyone's body is different.
So be kind to yourself throughout today's movements.
And let's grab a water bottle and a mat.
And we can get started. Begin by taking a comfortable seated position on your mat. And turn your body so that your legs can be outstretched in front of you. Starting in Dandasana. Your knees can have a micro bend in them if that's comfortable. You're grounding here through the sit bones, engaging the core so that the spine elongates and the crown lifts up away from the shoulders while the shoulders drop away from the ears. Taking a few conscious breaths here, beginning to really ground through the sit bones and arrive on the mat in this moment. Inhale through the nose and exhale out. Reaching up with the right arm, place the left hand out beside you and reach towards the left side of the room for a seated side stretch. Feeling that right side body stretch out here. Staying grounded through the right sit bone.
With a few rounds of breath here. Inhale as your navel draws in. And exhale as the navel slowly draws out.
And when that feels complete, placing the right hand down on the right side of your mat, lifting the left arm up overhead, and reaching towards the right side of the room, feeling the side stretch in your left side body. Staying grounded in the left sit bones. And breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. And when that feels complete, coming back to center, inviting a mudra or a hand gesture in today's practice. Adi Mudra is meant to stimulate the flow of energy that helps you feel grounded. Putting your thumb on each hand onto the palm and wrapping the forefingers around the thumb, placing these fists into your lap, on your knees, or wherever it's comfortable for you. This mudra sits in your lap and allows you to feel grounded, at peace, and stable. Inhale through the nose. Imagine yourself growing roots from each point of your body that's touching the mat, all the way down to the center of the earth. And on your next exhale, fold forward in a seated forward fold, stretching out the hamstrings here, releasing your Adi Mudra. You can bend one knee and bend the other. Feeling what your body needs the most in today's practice. Maybe allowing a little back bend on your way back up to your seated position. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Rolling out the shoulder blades here, inhaling the shoulder up to the ear and down the spine. Maybe reaching the arms up, allowing some more side stretches in your body. Simply arriving on the mat with yourself today. Allowing your own inner guidance to take you through today's practice. Finding your center on the mat. Just a few more breaths here in Dandasana. listening to what your body may need in this moment, whether it's some neck circles, head rolls. Maybe you want to roll out your ankles, or you just want to sit in this moment. When you're ready, cross your ankles and come to a tabletop position on all fours, inviting some cow and cat motions into our body. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale, cat, round the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Doing this at your own pace with your own breath. Waking up the spine here, any extra movements that feel good in your body.
Maybe you would like to bring some awareness to your wrist and your ankles, rolling them out, showing some love to your joints. Last round of breath. Inhale, cow, navel drops down, and exhale, cat, round the spine.
And when you're ready, inhale, tuck the toes, and on the exhale, push your hips up and back into downward facing dog, lengthening the spine, maybe pedaling out the knees and the feet, bending one knee at a time.
Settling into this downward dog, I'd like to read a quick quote that has inspired us throughout this video. What's meant for you is coming for you. Don't let your personal timeline cloud your vision and make you feel like you're not where you're meant to be. The universe is steadily trying to set you up for the blessings you've been asking for. Slow down and savor every step of your journey. It's meant to be enjoyed, not rushed through.
On your next inhale, bend the knees, gaze between the hands, and at the bottom of the exhale, where all the air has left your lungs, jump, step, or hop to the front of your mat, meeting in a forward fold, allowing the torso to hang heavy and the head to relax. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, maybe grabbing opposite elbows with your hands and swaying back and forth. Inhale, lift halfway up, flat back, using your paraspinal muscles to hold your torso. And on the exhale, releasing back to your forward fold. On your next inhale, lift all the way up to standing, reaching the arms up overhead, reaching up towards the sky while grounding through the soles of your feet, engaging the core. And on your exhale, bring your hands down to your chest, to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms back up overhead. And on the exhale, release down into your forward fold. Your knees can be micro bent here or straight. On your next inhale, lift halfway up, flat back. Engage the paraspinal muscles. And on the exhale, release back into your forward fold, letting your head hang heavy. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, arms reach up overhead. And on the exhale, hands come to heart center. Feeling a moment of gratitude in this moment. Next inhale, reaching all the way up overhead. This time, stand up on your tippy toes, trying to reach the sky here. If you lose your balance, that's okay. And exhaling, coming down to a forward fold. Once again, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And on the exhale, hands come down to the mat, stepping back to plank for a vinyasa. Inhale, plank, push the earth away. On the exhale, shift your weight and your gaze forward to lower at most halfway for chaturanga, keeping the elbows tucked into your sides. Inhale, bring that chest up through the arms, rolling onto tops of feet for upward facing dog, hovering the thighs off the mat. And on your next exhale, tuck your toes and hips push up and back into space for downward facing dog. That was your first vinyasa of today's class. So taking it slow and knowing to synchronize the breath with the movements will help you through the rest of class, just like we did. In this downward dog, gaze between your hands. Inhale, bend the knees, and exhale, hop to the front of your mat, meeting in a forward fold.
Allowing yourself to really feel that stretch in your calves, hips, and hamstrings.
Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. On your next inhale, one vertebrae at a time, rise all the way up to standing, reaching your arms up overhead. And exhaling your hands back down to heart center. Feeling this gratitude as we stand here with our hands to our heart. Noticing how your body feels in this moment and where your mind is at. If you'd like to add some neck rolls here, rolling the head to one side, waking up the neck, and then the other.
Allowing yourself to do the important task of doing absolutely nothing.
If you feel resistance to doing nothing, try to understand where this resistance is coming from. And if it's coming from a place in you where you believe that you need to be doing something in order to accomplish things in life, know that you can unlearn this habit and allow nothing to serve you in moments like these. Inhale through the nose, and on your next exhale, sit your hips back into chair as if a chair was waiting for your arrival beneath you. Bending the knees, tucking the tailbone, reaching the arms up overhead. Engage the core and create length in your spine. Sinking low into this position, feeling that in your hamstrings. Hands come to heart center and twist to the left side of the room, bringing the right elbow to the right thigh, either hovering it over the thigh or hooking it onto the thigh for a deeper twist. If you're hovering your elbow over your thigh, engage your core for an active twist. On your next exhale, step your left foot back behind you for warrior two, keeping the front foot aligned with the arch of the back foot, staying low in the front knee. Inhaling, flip the front palm, reverse, peaceful warrior. Placing the left hand either on the back thigh or wrapped around your lower back. On your exhale, come back to warrior two and straighten out that front knee to go straight into triangle pose. In triangle pose, we reach the front arm down to the ankle as we reach the left arm up overhead. Exhaling back to warrior two and reaching with that front arm forward, forward, forward as we head into extended side angle. The right arm goes straight down to the mat to meet the front foot while the left arm reaches up overhead. The right knee is still bent as it was in warrior two. And if you have a block, you can place your bottom hand on the block or onto your thigh. And slowly transitioning into a half moon, step the back foot up a generous amount and lift the back foot off the mat, keeping that right hand down on the mat and the left one up in the sky. Using your outer hip muscle to lift the back leg up and engaging the core to stay strong. To keep your balance, your gaze comes down to the mat. And if you lose your balance, it's perfectly fine. Either transitioning into a half splits, bringing both hands down to the mat, keeping the back leg lifted, or just heading straight into your forward fold with both feet on the mat and your torso hung heavy over the legs. Hanging out here, bending one knee and bending the other, pedaling out the legs as comfortable. Maybe grabbing onto opposite elbows, swaying your torso back and forth once again, releasing all the heaviness and tension in this position. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out, noticing the difference in your mind and your body at this point. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Again, engaging those paraspinal muscles before exhaling and releasing into your forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, arms reach up overhead, maybe inviting a slight back bend, or standing in Tadasana with your arms at your side, whichever you feel most serves you. Wherever you are, we will meet in Tadasana with your arms at your side, palms facing forward, fingers spread energetically down towards the earth, tucking the ribs, allowing the chest to expand forward, really grounding now into the left leg, feeling the left sole of your foot grow roots towards the earth's core as we are about to head into tree pose. Bending that right knee, staying balanced in the left leg, bring that right knee up to the chest and out to the right side of the room, grabbing onto the ankle, putting the right sole of the foot onto the inner left thigh, pressing the inner left thigh onto the sole of the right foot as much as the right foot is pressing onto the inner left thigh. Arms can reach up overhead, they can come to heart center. In this tree pose, you decide how you want to express your tree. Make sure your foot is either above the kneecap or below the kneecap. Feeling stable and grounded here. Without putting your foot down to the mat, keeping the knee bent, try to bring that knee up to your chest before gently stamping it towards the back of the room as if you were to stamp the wall behind you with the sole of your right foot. And now grabbing onto the right foot with the right hand and extending the left hand out in front of you. Again, if you need to find your balance once again, it's perfectly fine. Before we head into dancer pose, shifting your weight forward before kicking the right foot into the hand. Still reaching out in front of you with the left hand. Focus your gaze on one point in the room. Again, if you lose your balance, coming in and out of this pose is perfectly fine. And to remember that any amount of the pose is still the pose. Allowing that foot to drop back down to meet the other one. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, and on your exhale, fold forward, letting it all go. Once again, pedaling out each leg if that feels good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward and vinyasa. Step it back into plank. Lowering to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. If you'd like to stay in this downward facing dog, please do. This is a great place to hang out, keeping the spine lengthened, letting the head hang heavy, relaxing the neck. Or, if you choose to take a child's pose, lowering the knees to the mat and sitting the hips back to the ankles, allowing your torso to hang over your thighs, reaching your arms out in front of you. Wherever you are, we'll be here for a few moments. When you're ready, if you're in child's pose, come meet us back in downward facing dog. If you're already in downward facing dog, that's perfect. Gaze between the hands, and at the bottom of your exhale, bend the knees and hop to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, release, fold forward. We're going to head to the other side this time. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, bring the hands to heart center. We're going to head straight into chair pose, just like we did on the other side. On your exhale, sit back chair, reach your arms forward, keeping the tailbone tucked and the core engaged. Bringing the hands back to the chest and twisting this time to the right side of the room, bringing that left elbow over the right thigh, either latching it onto the thigh or keeping it hovered off the thigh, using your core to engage this twist. On your next exhale, step that right foot back and go into Warrior Two, keeping the front leg bent, reaching the arms out parallel to the mat. The front heel is aligned with the arch of the back foot. Inhaling by flipping the front palm and reverse Peaceful Warrior. Again, your hand can rest lightly on your back thigh, or you can wrap it around your torso. On your next exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten out that front leg and reach with the left arm down to meet the front foot for triangle pose. Inhaling here through the nose. And on the exhale, come back to warrior two. Rebending the front knee and reaching with the front arm forward, forward, forward before placing it down towards the front foot. Reaching with the right arm up overhead in this extended side angle. Stepping the back foot up a generous amount, heading into half moon. Lifting the right foot up, engaging the core. Using the outer hip muscles to hold that leg up. And on your next exhale, releasing the right hand down to the mat for a half splits, keeping the right leg up. We're only here for a few more moments. You got this. And then releasing that leg down to meet the other one into a forward fold.
Relaxing the neck, letting your head hang loose, and just focusing on any back tension you have, and swing side to side if you'd like. Your lower back will be thanking you, I promise. Inhale as you lift halfway, flat back, and exhale as you Uttanasana into a forward fold. With a big inhale, lift to rising into Tadasana with your heart shining forward and your palms facing towards the front of the room.
This is an active pose where we engage our core, allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears, and stand tall.
Let's shake off any type of resistance or tension you may have left. We invite you to close the eyes or soften the gaze. We choose to do a standing meditation today, so that way we could give you the tools to invite mindfulness into your body in everyday life. We encourage you to practice while standing in line, brushing your teeth, or even in the shower.
Begin by dropping your consciousness from your mind and all the thoughts that surround your brain down to your heart center. Bringing awareness from your mind to your heart allows you to watch your thoughts pass through as visitors. Allow yourself to embrace thoughts that pass while letting them go. Know that there is no need to hold on to thoughts or let them lead you astray, because in this moment, right now, you're allowing yourself to bask in the epitome of pure existence. All life happens here, right now. The past only exists as a form of thought in the mind, and the future only exists as a form of thought in the mind as well. Right now, in this moment, all life is happening. Allow your breath to take you deeper into this moment as we bring awareness now to our lungs expanding on the inhales and our lungs deflating on the exhales. Become aware of the fact that your heart is constantly beating without you doing anything, as your body is always working to keep you alive and well. Allow yourself to feel grateful for the inner workings of your human body, as it allows you to consistently live this life with each breath. You may now open your eyes. As you feel this gratefulness pass through the rest of your body, hold on to this feeling for the rest of your day. And remember to use this standing meditation by becoming aware of your thoughts, embracing them, and letting them go, while also becoming aware of how much your body loves you as it is working to keep you alive without you doing anything. We hope you enjoyed today's practice.
Namaste. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join a yogi family.
See you next time.